Welcome to the RadioU podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Aly.
Coming up, how much money can you make with a roadside lemonade stand?
Also, why this flight attendant says you shouldn't wear shorts on planes.
All that and more on the way next. I have a potential money-making scheme for us, Aly.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. We just need to sell our faces.
Why?
8772 RadioU or the talkback button in the RadioU app. I mean, anybody could do this, I suppose. In China, they are a big trend is AI-generated short dramas. Like here, we kind of had like Italian brain rot.
Yes,
There,
they have AI dramas.
yeah, it's short drama brain rot. And so these things are hugely popular, and part of the reason, like, everybody loves them, as in, like, there's scores of people just eating them up, right?
Really? Okay.
And then the people creating them love them because it's so easy. You just dump out 1,000 of them.
Yep.
And 99.9% of those probably suck.
Yeah.
But one out of those 1,000 takes off and is a huge hit. And then you have, your money-making venture there. And so they're cranking out these AI-generated short dramas at like an unbelievable pace.
Yikes.
But
More AI slop.
Yeah. But the problem is that these AI studios have been criticized and actually sued in legal disputes in China for using real people's faces.
Oh, okay.
In these AI-generated shorts, including like actual actors
I was
in the
going to
country.
say, did they use like popular actors and actresses' faces, and that's what's like drawing people in?
Yeah.
Because they're like, I recognize that person.
And it's probably one of those things where I'm assuming anyways, it's not that they literally said, copy this person's face.
Yeah.
But because AI is just, making an amalgamation of all people that have ever been in pictures, it's making some copies that are pretty similar, especially if they are giving it some prompts like make an attractive Chinese actor, then it's probably, mimicking.
It's gonna pull from some images online of popular Chinese actors.
Yes. And so in lieu of being sued potentially, these AI companies are buying and people are selling their likeness to these companies so that they can be used in their AI short dramas.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you want us to sell our faces to these people?
Yeah. What could it hurt? It couldn't hurt. And then maybe let's say one day we go to China. We're celebrities
We're
there.
celebs.
Yeah.
They're like, I thought you were AI.
Actually, some of our videos of where we criticize Chinese robots actually have made us celebrities there, I feel. But yeah, we could be big stars if we went to China.
Yeah, maybe we could. I don't know. I feel like we would be like. We'd be cast as like the villains.
Why do you think that?
Because we're like American or whatever. So we'd be like the bad guys.
Yeah. I wonder if these are like, I've always kind of wanted to be in a soap opera just because they're so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so
over the top.
I'm assuming that's what these basically are. And so that.
Yeah, I've never watched any like Chinese shows or dramas before, but I have watched K-dramas. And they are out of this world sometimes with like the over the top drama.
Yeah. Well, aren't they also like notorious for like sometimes we have pretty egregious product placement in movies and stuff.
Yeah.
But like the K-dramas and stuff are even more like, oh, this whole thing takes place at a subway kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I haven't noticed that in the K-dramas I watch, but I could definitely see that being something like, especially in like a Chinese drama.
Yeah, I can see, and that would be a big problem because I don't want to be in ads.
No, we don't want to be in ads, and I also don't want to watch ads. So like, I don't think I would be even wanting to watch a show like that.
I feel like also we wouldn't be the villains. At least me, I would be the bumbling oaf, like the comic relief.
Oh, yes.
They would have me in there and I'd fall over, fart and fall down or something like that. And then just leave.
Yep.
And then they could get back to the romance or whatever is going on. So I would just interrupt things. But this is an option. I mean, they're looking for people. So How embarrassing it would be to be like, hey, you can
do
use
it.
mine.
You
And
can
they're
use
like,
my face.
not what we're looking for,
Yeah.
actually.
You could pay us for making us use your face.
We'll take it for free. We just still won't use it. We're headed towards possibly the biggest heat wave of the year. And only now does the state of Michigan decide maybe we should let kids have lemonade stands.
But they weren't going to do that?
8772 Radio. You're the talkback button in the RadioU app. Yeah. I'm sure Michigan is not the only state that's like this.
It's like illegal or something?
Yeah, in many cases. I mean, I see stories about this go on. I mean, it comes across every summer where it's kids that want to have a lemonade stand or something similar. And then somebody from the city or whatever is like, no,
Shuts
you can't do
them
that.
down?
Yeah. You don't have the right permits.
This is the American dream. What are they doing?
Yeah. And so now the state of Michigan, at least, and to be fair too, there's definitely cities or states where kids can just have a lemonade stand.
I'm pretty sure we can do
Michigan.
that here in Ohio, right? Because I feel like I definitely have had my fair share of lemonade stands when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I've seen others like in neighborhoods like recently.
I have too. I saw a kid doing a lemonade stand the other day.
Yeah.
Not a lot of business. And then I called and reported him. I said, you don't have the permits.
So it's you.
Yeah.
You're the man from the city.
I am.
Shut him down.
I'm like, we need to keep our corners safe. And this is also like tax evasion. And so the proper, is this safe? They don't even have a refrigerator.
This is showing the kids how to do business.
How to do business the wrong way.
No, early on in life.
You can't just start selling stuff on a street corner. That's how you get drugs.
I think they'll be fine.
Well, the state of Michigan is making it actually above board for children to have lemonade stands.
They have to get inspected by like the health inspector or something.
No, they don't now.
Okay.
This is moving through. So this bill in Michigan, House Bill 6007, has passed the Michigan House.
Okay.
It now moves on to the Senate in Michigan. And the bill would apply to, it would make it legal for minors to sell lemonade and other non-alcoholic drinks that do not require temperature control for safety, and they cannot make more than $5,000 a year.
Okay. Yeah.
Like they would, you would even document that as a child.
Yeah, I think they're safe from making that amount of money. I mean, that would be a shockingly large amount of money to make
really
for a lemonade
successful
stand.
Lemonade stand.
Yeah.
But then again, if you're out there, let's say you're out there for the summer, let's say you do 60 days of selling lemonade. That's really putting in work.
Yeah.
But if you because there's 104 days of summer vacation. So if you spend half of it selling lemonade, and then you made $50,000, and we're spending 50 days out there. So how many thousands of dollars is that per day? Is that $100 per day?
I'm sorry. Say again. What was the amount?
Let's say you're
per
out
day?
there for 50 days.
50 days.
To get to $5,000.
Yeah, you'd have to be there.
$100 a day.
Yeah.
Which
that's not impossible, but that's a lot of lemonade.
Well, with inflation, if you sell it for $1 a cup,
that's a lot.
That's still, you're definitely getting your money back on that easily.
Yeah.
But I feel like a person would pay $1.
Uh-huh.
And now who even carries change? So you're probably doing like a Venmo code or something. And who wants to Venmo $1? So you might as well charge $2.50.
Well, and some people do just like, they'll go ahead and give them a little extra, like a little tip.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just, even if they're only getting one cup, they'll give them $5.
So if you are out there grinding and you have a good street corner, maybe you can get $5,000.
I mean, again, that would be a lot, especially thinking about like if they're out in the heat like this week.
Yeah.
Here,
But that's the best time to sell because that's when people need it.
Yeah, but are people going to be walking around? I don't know.
I think they'll do. I think when you see a kid drive and you're driving by, because it's always
you're gonna stop.
I think people definitely stop.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Especially if they know the kid.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, that's the kid from down the street.
Yeah.
He's nice.
If you know the child, probably.
Yeah.
I could see you stopping.
$5,000. What is a kid like? If you're a minor, what do you need $5,000 for?
Yeah,
It's not like you're gonna put it in savings.
Yeah, hopefully your parents would help you save it.
None of your expenses. Like even if you want some, inflation running rampant as it is.
Yeah.
What is the biggest ticket item you could want as a child?
Legos.
Actually, yeah, and those can be.
Those are
$5,000. If you want some good ones, you're going to need
You're
it.
going to get 5 kits. That's it.
Yeah. We got a shocking deal in the NBA yesterday. 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. Ja Morant, the controversial star for the Memphis Grizzlies, is on the move. They sent him out to Portland, where he'll join the Trailblazers. The Grizzlies get back Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. And I didn't know that Ja Morant was... if I'm being honest, I kind of forgot he was even in the league. But
I know. A lot of people did.
So I certainly wasn't thinking about where he would get traded to.
Yeah. I didn't even know he was like being considered to be traded.
Yeah, but the Grizzlies, he's not doing them any good.
No.
He is, assuming he's going to be healthy, is going to be a big part of the Trailblazers team going forward. Aly, what do you think about Ja Morant getting shipped out of Memphis?
Listen, no offense to Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray, who were a part of this trade and are now going, I believe, both to Memphis.
Yeah.
I just feel like overall, looking at the history of Ja Morant, if you would have told me this like 5 years ago, that Ja Morant was getting traded for Jeremy Grant, I would have been like, what? That's crazy. What happened to him?
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, what happened to him? Because I was telling you off the air, I feel like he went on a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander-esque run. He was on the same trajectory as what like SGA did last year. But Ja Morant fell apart while SGA seems to be pretty much fine. Obviously, they didn't make the finals this year, but no one is assuming that they won't be competing in the future.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's assuming that Ja Morant's ever going to return back to the form that he was previously in. He seems to be broken as a player. Like, just like, I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. It's been such a ridiculous wild ride to follow Ja Morant because for a lot of the stuff that, he's had some off the court troubles where he just can't stop, showing off guns.
Yep. Good luck with that in Portland, by the way.
Yeah, but I mean, Memphis, there's no city worse for that than Memphis. So
yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like Memphis, you could probably get away with that. Yeah. But like in Portland, that's not happening.
So I think the change of scenery should be positive for him. I also felt like I understand some of why they took it so seriously, but at the same time, like the whole time, most of the time he was never doing anything illegal.
No.
It was just like, I mean, is it stupid to show, to show off a gun on a live stream?
It is.
Yeah, but he got suspended like 40 games or something.
Yeah,
it was just pretty crazy.
It was pretty extreme, and I think that's kind of what broke him, is it just like it overall, like he was a huge star in the NBA that suddenly couldn't play.
Yeah, but as much as that, I mean, he's also been injured, and the concern going back to when he went on the playoff run with the Grizzlies, which was back in 2022, which I would have thought it was so much longer ago, just because of how long he's not been in my mind.
Yes, yeah.
Because he hasn't been really relevant. But like he even got injured to finish out of that playoffs, and the way he plays is very much lends yourself to getting injured a lot. And you're, one of the smaller guys on the court, so that does too. And so I don't know how much, difference he's going to make long term in Portland. I guess Portland, you get taking the lottery ticket on it.
Yeah.
Because he could still be like a guy who's a top 10 at least scorer in the NBA.
Right.
If he gets a chance to play and stay healthy on the court. So, but at the same time, too, Aly, I feel like following all this NBA stuff now, it's not that I'm annoyed by it.
Okay.
But I always feel like right now, this is, now that Giannis has been traded.
Yeah.
This is all shuffling deck chairs on the Titanic. Where's LeBron going to go? Where's Anthony Davis? Where's, Ja Morant? There's a bunch of these guys that it's like, what's going to happen? Jalen Duren from the Pistons. And it's just like Kawhi.
Yeah.
And these are guys who have been stars. They're pretty good players. But at the end of the day. Yeah. At the end of the day, they're just, whatever the Warriors do, because Nene keeps talking about, like, oh, what if it's LeBron and Steph and Draymond and Anthony Davis? I'm like, they might make the play-in.
Yeah, exactly. I told him, I was like, that's the geriatric Warriors. Like, what are you talking about? They're not competing for a championship with LeBron, Draymond, Steph, and Anthony Davis.
Ja Morant's not that old, but Ja Morant and Damian Lillard in the backcourt in Portland feels the same thing. It's
injury prone.
That could have been a cool backcourt a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And so now Yeah, I mean, it's still fun to follow it, kind of, but it's just, I'm also like, it's just we're so starved for sports. We have the World Cup, and that's about, and then this, and that's
baseball. But I do hope that the Portland Trailblazers have a lot of, money in their medical insurance. Yeah. They're going to need it.
You might not want to wear shorts on a plane.
Okay, why?
According to a flight attendant, a former Emirates Airlines employee, he is claiming that shorts on an airplane might be a mistake. And that is because if you ever have to use the inflatable slide to escape the plane, you're going to want as much protection on your legs as possible.
Okay.
Because the friction from sliding down that slide on your bare skin could really be painful.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I love that that's the thought process, like thinking worst case scenario.
Yeah. How often have those slides ever been deployed?
I've flown a lot in my life. I've never been put in that situation. Praise God.
Yeah.
But I would not be planning my travel outfits based off of the inflatable slide possibility.
It's definitely like either the plane, either you just die.
Yeah.
Or you get off the plane normally. I don't know that, like, the slides feel so superfluous.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're like flying over the open ocean or something, but then the slides are like, because they inflate, right? So it's a flotation device. So I mean, it's not like the slide has never once been used in human history, but the odds of you having to slide down, I'll take that chance, I guess.
Extremely rare.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if your plane crashing is extremely rare, which it is, the use of the inflatable slide is even more rare than that. So it's not happening.
I don't even know. What scenario are the slides specifically for?
I think most of the time it's for landing on water, like what we saw with Scully, like the plane landing on the Hudson River.
X-Files?
No, like the guy, or Sully, the guy that landed the
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks. But he was a real guy who landed the plane on the Hudson River. They might have used the inflatable slide, then they might not have.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
But even then, if you're on the water, you probably aren't sliding, right? Like you're just kind of floating on it.
Well, because the thing that would be, I think, why they would need the slide is because potentially the door could be a little too high above the water or the ground, wherever you are. And so this would help you get down a little easier.
Yeah. Maybe in that case, you're just like, I'll just wait here.
I'll just jump.
I'm wearing shorts,
into the water,
guys, and I heard that this would rip the skin off my legs if I slide down.
Is it really that bad?
He says that the speed and friction and material can be so powerful that flyers could have their skin ripped right off, is what he says.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Why would they make it that way?
Yeah, like, what is it made of?
I mean, people wear shorts pretty often.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, maybe this is dumb, but I always imagined it's the same material as like a bouncy house. Maybe it's a little more.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, maybe it's
Something
a little
like
more
that.
durable than that, so it's a little rougher, but that's how I pictured it in my head.
If you ever been to one of those big slides, like at the carnival or whatever, they have like the mats that you go down.
Yeah.
So maybe
they need some of those.
In this worst case scenario, they have pillows and blankets on the plane, right?
Use a pillow. Use a blanket. Everybody carries a sweatshirt, a hoodie with them.
Yeah.
Just slide on the hoodie.
Exactly. So I'm going to keep on wearing shorts. But thanks for the heads up, former Emirates Airlines employee.
Maybe it's the Emirates planes that have the really rough slide.
Aly, I know you've been counting down to this, and you don't go spoiler free like I do for big movies. So I'm assuming you did watch the trailer for Werewolf yesterday.
I did.
It came out the night of the full moon, of course.
Yes, I got the notification on my phone as soon as it dropped on Warner Brothers Universal and Focus Features YouTube channels.
Yeah, so it's the new Robert Eggers horror movie that for some reason comes out on Christmas Day.
I think he's making that an iconic time for his movies to release, because Nosferatu released in Christmas of 24. Werewolf is going to release of Christmas this year.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of speculation that it could be Christmas next year or Christmas 2028 when his version of A Christmas Carol will come out.
Well, that would make sense, except
That would
that'd
be
be a
fitting.
little late.
It would be fitting, but also it's going to be the scariest Christmas Carol we've ever seen.
Yeah, even the Jim Carrey one's kind of creepy.
It is kind of scary, especially because it's like animated or whatever.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of in the uncanny valley.
Yeah, but I think his Christmas Carol is going to be even wilder.
Yeah, so what did you think of the trailer? Because I have thoughts.
So you watched it?
I watched it, yeah.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
need to go spoiler-free on this necessarily.
No, yeah.
And nothing was really spoiled in it either.
No, and I mean, obviously we know the title's called Werewolf, so we have an expectation that it's going to be about a werewolf. It takes place in like 1300s England. The imagery for me reminded me, and I think this is the vibe I'm getting from Eggers, is he's a big fan of old horror. Like, obviously, he recreated Nosferatu, which was initially a horror film made in, like, 1922.
Yeah.
And it's, like, famously a Dracula fanfic, basically. And this kind of, like, some of the imagery reminded me of, like, Werewolf of London. You know?
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's the vibe he's going for, but obviously 1300s England, much further back in history than when Werewolf of London takes place. But he has that like grainy black and white film that he's going for, and that's what he filmed it on. He filmed it on actual film. I don't know if it's the same thing as Nolan, but it's like probably 35 millimeter or whatever. But I think the imagery looks as stunning as what we saw with Nosferatu, but it looks, in my opinion, quite a bit scarier, or it could be quite a bit scarier.
Yeah, I was thinking that because Nosferatu to me wasn't,
It's not that
I'm a
terrifying.
horror baby, but I didn't think Nosferatu was particularly scary. But do you have this concern, though, to me, that the Robert Eggers movies, while I've liked them all, like this, it just feels like too many of the same very similar thing in a row.
Yeah,
this feels very one note to me, where like he does not black and white, but like very little color.
Yep.
It's in an olden time.
Yep.
And then there's William Dafoe, and like that's the movie. You know what I mean?
Yes. It was definitely giving Nosferatu vibes, just with a werewolf instead of a vampire.
I want some variation to what he does, because he's obviously very talented. But and like it looks cool.
Yes.
Werewolf does, but I'm just like this. Am I just kind of watching a mix of The Lighthouse and The Witch and Northman over again?
Yeah, it definitely feels like he has found his niche, and he's sticking with that. And that might not be for everybody. I'm excited to watch this, but it might not be, in my opinion, the top tier of what we've seen from Eggers. At least, but again, we're basing this off of a minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I will say, though, I think what you're asking for will be fulfilled with the Christmas Carol.
Okay.
I think that is going to stretch him a little bit more out of his norm.
Yeah.
I think you'll still see a lot of the same stuff as far as like his iconic, ness of like those really like close up tight shots and the grainy film and all of that, which makes you feel like the movie came out in the 1930s. But he does it in a very like tasteful way. So I still think you'll see that, but it'll be, the storyline will be stretched a little bit more from him.
If you've seen the Werewolf trailer, let us know what you think at 877-2-RADIO-U or with the talkback button in the Radio U app. So love him or leave him on Radio U. Share your advice. I'm just about to choke. It's fine. 877
I was like, are you okay?
Radio U. 877-2-RADIO-U or the talkback button in the Radio U app to share your advice for this love him or leave him situation. We have a gal who says, I went through my boyfriend's... That's always a problem to me.
Yeah.
Ex's social media.
Oh.
Should I tell him I did it?
She stalked the ex.
Yeah. She said, me and my boyfriend have been dating for 3 months. We're very happy together. He has a crazy ex-girlfriend that we saw when we were out this past weekend. She left us alone, luckily.
Okay.
Sounds crazy. Anyways, I was at his house bored while he was at work, and I decided to go through his ex's socials. She had some past pics of him on there. I feel a little guilty going through her socials. What should I do now? It made me feel bad. I don't know why. Should I tell him I did it? Any advice?
Interesting.
877-2-RADIO-U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. What is the move for this gal who went through her boyfriend's crazy ex's social media?
Yeah. I want to know what got her the term crazy.
She actually...
Obviously, the guy has to have said, has to have told her why.
Yeah, I asked. She said that she showed up drunk at his house at 2 a.m. yelling and breaking stuff. So,
oh no. Okay, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, she is crazy.
Yeah.
it
Okay.
sounds like. But yes, we need some advice on this situation. I mean, I'll start with my blanket advice of like going through your boyfriend's anything is usually a bad start to me.
Yeah.
But it's his ex's social media.
It's his ex's social media.
That changes things.
It doesn't seem as bad, and especially because it's not like, you were going through her social media on his phone or something.
Yeah.
Like it was on your own device, most likely. So, yeah.
Should you keep it secret? Should you tell him? What kind of conversation do you have after you secretly go through your boyfriend's crazy ex's social media? 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app. Radio U, where music is going, 8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app is how you can share your advice in this love him or leave him situation. We have a gal who says her and her boyfriend have been dating for 3 months. They're very happy together, but he has a crazy ex. They saw her out this weekend. She was home alone and started going through the crazy ex's socials, but now she feels bad that she did that for some reason. Should she tell her boyfriend or just move on?
Yeah.
8772 Radio U or the talkback button in the Radio U app.
We heard from AJ. He says, it's honestly not a big deal, but if it's making you feel guilty, then you should tell him.
Yeah. I mean, get it off your chest a lot of the times, right?
Yeah.
William says, I'd say 3 months. Maybe you don't need to tell your boyfriend everything that's super deep and private. Telling him about this is really not a super big deal, though. Also, this could bring more trust to the relationship, knowing whatever goes on in the relationship, both of you don't try and hide anything because that's never a good look.
Yeah. We also heard from Naomi. She says, I don't feel like it's really anything here. You were curious. You checked your socials. It's not that deep.
Yeah. I think if you don't have to tell him.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's a big deal. Like, what is, I guess, the bad scenario, right? The worst case scenario, he is looking on your phone, which he doesn't need to do. But, maybe you hand him your phone for some reason. He's like, oh, why were you on my ex's page? And what's he going, like, how's he going to get mad about that?
Yeah.
Like, what is he mad about? So
Right.
I don't think you have anything to feel guilty about. You could just not tell him.
Yeah.
But there actually could, like William said, be kind of a little benefit to bringing it up. But I also want to caution that by saying the worst thing you could do could be bringing it up depending on how you do it.
Yeah.
You just have to, it has to be very clear. It's not like, oh, I'm suspicious or anything.
Right. Like, I think you're cheating on me or
Yeah,
something.
I was looking through her page after we saw her out.
Yeah.
And wow. And then you guys can bond. And the other thing is, like, as long as it's not for him, like, a traumatic thing or,
Yes.
like,
right.
where it's really a painful thing.
That's kind of what I want to know, if this is an underlying issue of why she's feeling guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe this guy has like shared a lot about how much this girl hurt him
Mm-hmm.
or did something wrong. Or maybe she was the type of person that would look through social media a lot and like stalk people.
Yeah.
And so he sees that as a
really
sign.
possessive and
right.
obsessive about it.
He could see it as a sign, as like, oh, are you going to turn into this crazy girlfriend? Like,
yeah.
are you going to turn into her? And so maybe that's why she's a little scared to, tell him, and also feeling a little guilty because she's like, oof, I don't want to come across as being this girl because I'm not this girl.
Yeah.
And he's talked about how she used to do this thing. That's kind of what I want to know, of like reading between the lines here. Maybe that's what she means. She just didn't say it outright.
Yeah. But if you, I can't speak for all guys, but I think if that's how you're thinking, he's probably not thinking that way.
Yeah,
it's
that's
probably
true.
unlikely that he's like that he would connect the two that closely. But there, and I don't want to scare you out of talking to him about it, to mentioning it, because I think it could be a positive. But it also the like most neutral thing to do is just not say anything.
Yeah,
you're not going to get in trouble for that.
No, I think you can just put it behind you and just forget about it.
Yeah, but you don't have to feel bad about it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do this,
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people stalk someone.
A lot of people do more than this. Like, they stalk, they would go through your messages if they got the chance.
Right.
Which is that's not
okay.
Great to me. What are the odds of this, Aly, that we've had 4 World Cup knockout games so far? All 4 have either gone to penalty kicks or had a game-winning goal scored in stoppage time.
Yeah.
What are
crazy.
the odds?
I don't know, but it's crazy. We saw that with Canada winning in stoppage time. We saw that with Brazil winning in stoppage time. And then we got back-to-back PK enders with Germany versus Paraguay and Morocco versus the Netherlands. It's been such an exciting World Cup so far.
And Paraguay versus Germany wasn't even supposed to be that competitive. Germany was massive favorite.
Massively favored.
But even in soccer, a lot of times massive favorite means you easily win by 1 goal.
Right.
But like Germany was massively favored. Canada was pretty hefty favorites over South Africa, and that game came right down to the wire.
Yeah.
So what is it about this World Cup that everything, it's
Seems
been so
pretty
competitive? Even though outside of the Germany game, like going back through the group stage and everything, the favorites have actually done really well.
Yeah, and I think we will still see the favorites do well, like France and Spain. I don't think anyone's going to hold them back, really.
Yeah.
But Germany has had flaws, and I think that, they were the big favorite on the day that got the upset, obviously, so the focus is on them. But they've had big flaws. They had not won a knockout game since their final win in 2014 when they won the World Cup.
Wow. So what's going on with Germany?
Something weird is happening with them as a World Cup unit, as a team with their development, whatever it may be. They might need a new head coach. Who knows? They've actually changed head coaches several times since that 2014 run, I believe. So, I mean, they've struggled against the South American teams. And maybe that's just their bugaboo. And so when they got the draw with Paraguay, I think even their coach was saying things like, hey, guys, we can't not take this seriously because this could be a bad problem for us. And it ended up being a problem for them. Paraguay remained on defense almost the entire game and just squeezed the life out of Germany's offense.
So we got 3 games coming up today. Are these all going to penalty kicks too? Ivory Coast versus Norway, which I'm really excited for. Then you get France and Sweden and Mexico, Ecuador, which both France and Mexico would be big favorites.
Yes, I think France should win fine, no penalties.
I think that one could be high scoring because Sweden does score a lot of goals.
Yeah, but France's defense is decent. They have not given up that many goals in this World Cup. I would say we'll see that game be probably end in regulation.
Yeah.
And then I think Norway and Ivory Coast has the chance to be the PK game from today.
Yeah, because I'm curious how this, I didn't look what the venue is for the, let's see. Okay, it is inside. It's at what they're calling Dallas Stadium.
Okay, yeah.
AT&T Stadium.
Yeah.
In Texas. So it's indoors, but because with the heat wave going on and especially the European teams, I feel like that's still a thing to consider.
Yes. The Norwegians were struggling during their warm-ups.
Even with the hydration break.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely rooting for Ivory Coast.
Oh, me too. I want the African teams to do well. I was so happy Morocco got the win yesterday. And so I want the African teams to keep this going.
Yeah. We'll see if Ivory Coast can slow down Erling Haaland and Norway. JR is going to be on the show tomorrow previewing the U.S.'s knockout game coming up tomorrow against Bosnia.
Yeah, exciting.
Make sure you're here for that. I'm glad that we didn't see this story before last weekend.
That's what I was thinking.
Because this is a New Jersey man filing a lawsuit against Jersey Mike's Grubhub and his Grubhub delivery driver after he ordered a cheesesteak from Jersey Mike's via Grubhub. And when he opened it up, he found dentures in his cheesesteak.
Oh, gross.
According to the lawsuit, when he received his cheesesteak from the delivery, it appeared packaged and sealed with Scotch tape like it normally would. Everything seemed normal.
Yeah.
But when he inspected it closer and removed the wrapping, he discovered foreign objects, specifically dentures, embedded within the sandwich.
Holy crap.
I'm like, was the dentures taking a bite out of it? And the person tried to take a bite?
Somebody's having a laugh, as the Brits would say.
Yeah. What this man did was he went to the Jersey Mike's locale because it makes sense. The sandwich was wrapped up.
Yeah.
So you think it would have to be Jersey Mike's.
Right.
That would have been responsible.
Because the Grubhub driver shouldn't even be opening your food.
Of course. But Jersey Mike's, according to the court documents, they claimed the dentures belonged to the delivery driver.
Oh, no.
A likely story.
Of course they're blaming Grubhub.
Police were called.
Oh, no.
Officers questioned the Jersey Mike's owner and contacted the driver. At first, the driver alleged that her father had been dining at the restaurant and the dentures were his.
What?
So what, did they mix up the sandwiches?
What happened at this Jersey Mike's?
But the police reported that she made some completely outlandish statements and then eventually acknowledged the dentures were hers.
Ew, girl. Did they notice that she had missing teeth?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, it seems like it would be obvious. Who's the person missing dentures?
Right.
They belong to them. Do they work for Jersey Mike's or not?
Who's talking like grandma over here without any teeth, you know?
She informed the investigators she had accidentally placed her dentures in the customer's sandwich while checking to ensure his order was correct.
Oh, my gosh.
And eating her own lunch.
Girl, you're lying.
On.
You're lying.
It sounds like she was taking a bite and her dentures got stuck and she just left them there.
Why would you just leave them? I mean, I'm glad.
Don't you need that? She says that she misplaced her dentures. How do you... How do you not know? Yeah, either you have them in or you don't, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for those of you wondering why we said we're glad we didn't see this story.
Oh, yeah, we didn't really explain that.
We went to Jersey Mike's on Friday to celebrate our engineer Chris's birthday, and we had a great time, a great experience.
The food was good.
No dentures.
Yeah.
So this is a little... it's a little sad, but obviously Jersey Mike's is not to blame here.
Yeah.
This is the Grubhub driver's fault.
So how is this guy then suing Jersey Mike's? Because he is suing them as well as Grubhub and the delivery driver specifically.
Maybe he's just trying to get as much attention as possible to this case by making, Jersey Mike's aware of their bad Grubhub driver.
The lawsuit, obviously, it accuses the delivery driver of tampering with his cheesesteak. Grubhub of negligence in training and hiring employees. That, I don't know if they'll necessarily win on that, but it's at least feasible. And Jersey Mike's of failing to properly package, seal, and secure food. Come on. It's not Jersey Mike's fault.
It's definitely not Jersey Mike's fault, but I will say, having used DoorDash, there is a lot of places now that will seal your drinks and your food with a special sticker that's only for this type of delivery.
I know, I find those annoying.
But I think I find them, while they can be annoying, I find them to be helpful overall because it does guarantee that has not been tampered with, or else it would have had to have been broken. Like the seal would have been broken, especially for drinks. Because like if you get like Chick-fil-A, they put it over the lid, so like you would have to break it to even get the lid off to like take a sip or something.
No, Aly, you just peel it. You peel it and
you
then
peel
you can lift
it?
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried to
Not that I've ever stolen sips of drinks. I've never been a delivery driver. But.
I've tried to peel it off myself just to get the sticker off of there, and it's like really hard to.
Oh, it's the waxy or the styrofoam cups. Like, you can just peel that right off.
No, a lot of the cups now are just like, plastic.
Well, that should make it easy to just rip it off and just put it right back on.
Believe me, I've tried.
I'll show you later. Shout out to the Mexican Batman.
Whoa, Mexican Batman.
772 Radio. You are the talkback button in the RadioU app. A mysterious vigilante has become known as Batman of Lagos de Moreno in Mexico, in the Mexican state of Jalisco. For capturing alleged motorcycle thieves and duct taping them to lampposts for police to find. How? How did you do that? How? He really is Batman.
Yeah, that's crazy.
To take out two guys, multiple people, and then what did he knock them out and then carry them with like dead weight up to the post and duct tape that? Like, that takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of tape.
Somebody had to have been holding them at gunpoint.
How did they not escape or something?
Right. This had to have been a multi-person job.
You think so?
Yes.
There's more than one Mexican
Especially because
Batman?
like the one picture, we have multiple pictures of this happening, but we have one picture and it's like two younger-ish boys.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, there's no way you're doing both of them at the same time with just one guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Even for one man to disarm a criminal, disarm, take him down, and have him somehow where you can duct tape him to a light post.
Yeah, like that's
a lot to ask
without
for
him
one,
fighting back.
Yeah, one pretty strong, good fighter of a guy would still have a challenge with that.
Yeah.
So multiple people, come on. The police do say that some of the alleged thieves were found with mustaches and cat whiskers drawn on their faces.
Oh, wow.
Which leads many to believe that the incidents are the work of the same vigilante, though police say it could be a group.
It could be a group.
There may be Mexican Batmen.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that there's a group of vigilantes that are seeing these kids or men steal motorcycles, and they're like, oh, all right, we're going to show them. Because I guarantee, again, the first picture is young kid. Like, these look like they're 15, 16 years old. They're never going to be stealing a motorcycle again.
No, but they are being treated as victims.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I guess it's not necessarily always confirmed that they were the ones stealing bicycles or motorcycles or whatever it was in the first place. And even if they were, this is still a crime to beat them up. Like, it's still assaulting them, right?
And tie them to a lamppost. So it really is Batman-esque because Batman kind of toes the line between justice and, unjustice.
I've seen enough of the show. I mean, I just watched the new season of Daredevil, Born Again. And I always am in between of it does feel like he's technically doing illegal things.
Yes.
Even if he's the good guy.
Right.
But I'm also but wouldn't it be cool if there was a good guy like that in real life?
I mean, I think it'd be cool. I love Batman.
It would be cool. I'm so torn on it.
Love Batman. And so, but yes, I mean, that's what we discovered with Christopher Nolan's version of Batman is there's a world. And it's kind of more like our world where a Batman would be kind of seen in this light of some people would think he's doing good things.
Yeah.
And some people would think he's doing bad things.
Basically, always, especially now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Always.
He would be polarizing.
Yeah. He'd be just let the thief steal, some might say. They're not hurting anybody. Meanwhile, you're duct taping them to a post. Radio U, where music is going, 8772 Radio U. We've got a pretty significant problem brewing, I would say.
Okay.
Especially on the East Coast of the United States, where sewer rats are becoming increasingly immune to rat poison.
Uh-oh.
It has one job. And evidently, it's wearing out its welcome. It's losing its effectiveness with that job.
Okay.
If you didn't know, the way rat poison works is it's an anticoagulant. So when a rat ingests the poison, it causes the rat to bleed out internally. However, the rats are able to mutate it now. So, increasingly what they found in rats in Pennsylvania, DC, New York, and New Jersey, that they are mutating. So these are mutant rats.
This is crazy.
In a way to where they aren't affected by this anticoagulant poison and therefore are just able to chew on through it. In fact, they might enjoy it because obviously they would be tempted by it in the first place.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have to possibly come up with alternative ways to curb the rat population.
Come up with a new rat poison?
Yeah.
Because it's not working? That's crazy.
I know.
Oh, man.
As if New York City doesn't have enough problem with rats in the first place.
The last thing they need is mutant rats.
They had a rat czar under their former mayor, a literal czar of rats. And he wasn't controlling the rats. His job was to get rid of them. That would be cool, like a rat king, like the Nutcracker or whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the Nutcracker.
Yeah, but it wasn't that. It was kind of the opposite, basically.
Well, maybe they have an actual rat czar down in the sewer.
Yeah.
Who's spreading his rat DNA that has somehow mutated to be resistant to this poison.
Yeah. But I don't know. This is a concerning trend for anybody who has a big fear of rats or just likes cleanliness.
Yeah.
Because
rats spread disease. That's a big problem.
Yeah, I'm not so much as concerned. I mean, I've had mice in my house before. It's not a huge deal. Obviously, I just don't want them pooping near my food.
Yes.
Which they do if you have them.
Yep.
But when I see one, I'm not like, ah! But this is still a concern. And I don't know what we do about it. We need smarter people tackling this problem.
We need rat hunters, full-time rat hunters to go down in the sewer and burn them.
Hold on. I have an idea. We have a problem because you said hunters. It makes me think of Florida. In Florida,
Yes.
they have python hunters.
They do.
Because there's too many pythons
Yep.
and no predators for them there.
Yep.
Why don't we, I'm a solutions-oriented guy, instead of killing the pythons,
Bring them to New
ship
York.
them up to Washington, D.C., as if there aren't already enough snakes in Washington, D.C.
There's, again, I think the problem would still be bad because it's like they would just be able to have, it would be a feeding frenzy for them.
I know.
There's
they'd have
so
a great
many rats. They'd have a great time, but then the python population would get out of control. Now you need the python hunters to come to New York. Like, it's trading one problem for another.
Yeah, but pythons, not nearly as much disease concern, right? So if we're either having a python problem or a rat problem, I'll take the pythons.
Sure.
And I feel like the pythons are also less likely to come into your house and bother you. Yes, they can swim up through the toilet.
Yeah.
But
they'd be down in the sewers?
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
Sewer pythons.
I don't like that idea. All of this is horror movie.
Let's test it out.
Yeah. All of this has horror movie potential written all over it. And I just don't like that.
Yeah. But I mean, what else are we supposed to do?
I don't know. Go down there and burn them, like I said.
You want to light the sewers of New York City on fire?
I don't know what else to do.
I told you, the pythons.
Thanks for listening to the RadioU podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.